My name is uMkhonto from SNL 24, which is part of Daily Sun newspaper. Welcome to our studios.
Thank you very much, Kolisi, for having me in the studio.
Yes, today people are voting. What are you hoping for?
We're hoping for the good result. We've done what was supposed to be done. We've went all out campaign. So we're expecting good numbers that will come out supporting MK.
So far, I've heard and our reporters are on the ground have been reporting that there are glitches in some of our voting stations. Have you heard of anything? Have you experienced any of that?
We've experienced a lot of glitches with this current elections. It looked like IEC didn't expect the number 10 out of the people. Number one, there are people in long queues where queues are going slowly, and then people are now starting to lose interest in standing in queue for 4 hours or 5 hours when you're going to vote, and then they just turn and go back and say, we can't wait for this. So there's that thing, and then there's this thing as well where Ballot just finishes before people get finished, and there's even a new section 24 where people said I will be in Durban during the time of voting, but I stay in Gauteng, which means I will only vote for national. When they go there, they don't find their name. This has been a very chaotic election when it comes to IEC, when we get the result. And we've reported all of them. They seem to be not resolving them, and they're just going with the flow as if things are okay.
What do you think IEC should have done better to avoid such?
Yeah, actually, IEC took this election lightly. I don't know why they took it lightly, number one. After President Zuma announced on the 16th December that he will be voting MK, around the 3 to 4 February registration, the numbers picked up. A lot of young people came to register there. IEC should have had someone who's monitoring that peak and fall of the statistics to say something new is happening here. Because as we speak now, this is the biggest number of registration of vote ever. And it's young people, number one. And number two, a lot of political parties, including EFF and us, we've been saying this is our 1994. Which means if you know what happened in 1994, when the queues were long, people are interested in voting. This is it's happening exactly the same in this year as well. A lot of numbers in the queue, people are interested in voting. But IEC seems to think that things will still be normal. Things are abnormal. A lot of people want to vote. A lot of people want to change the system. A lot of people are resonating with the call that MK is doing. Hence, many people have done. It looked like IEC was not planning. They didn't plan correctly. They were taken by surprise, actually.
And EFF, you just mentioned EFF. They've released a statement saying that the delays are deliberate. Do you resonate with that? Do you share the same sentiment?
I 100% resonate with it. Because you find that this long queues and this finishing of ballot papers, it's happening in the townships where our masses are. You don't find it in suburbs, in Bryanston, in Sentin, everywhere. You find it go Soweto, go Shawelo, go Springs, in black places. So what does that tell you? It tells you that they're trying to sabotage where they know that big numbers there are for MK, are for EFF, for black parties. It's totally deliberate.
And you say that it's deliberate, but are you sending any message to your members, to your voters, to say, don't give up?
We've tried. We tried to send that. But humans are humans. You can't stand in a queue for 5 hours, especially waiting for ballot that you don't even see them coming. No one tells you when they're going to come. We've been communicating to our people, say, please hang in there, come back, and make sure that by 12 o'clock you are there before they close, or by 9 o'clock. But people get tired, even though they know that they like to vote for MK, but they will get tired to stand on a queue for such a long time. It's a strategy to get them disgruntled and go back home.
Urgent application that you filed, I think, yesterday, in terms of the president addressing the nation on Monday. How did it go? Has the court entertained it?
The court has entertained it. What we filed is something similar to the DA, but ours is different. I think DA is looking at the lighter, because I think DA and ANC, they are buddies. they're looking at a lighter sentence of saying the ANC must be deducted some percentage.
Yes.
To us as MK, we're looking at the ANC's must be struck off, must be taken off the ballot, and not their numbers must not be counted. Because Cyril is taking us for a ride. Since he became president, he thinks we are mohus or something like that. He's taking us for a ride. He goes out there, he does campaign for the ANC speeches, and all of a sudden, he takes the same speech. He goes and speaks about it as a president of the country, still campaigning for ANC. I think it's this thing of the country being run by old people who sometimes they don't know what they are doing. This guy is taking all of us in the country for a ride. I don't know who you think we are.
And in your statement, you go as far as asking the court to imprison the president.
Yes.
Is that your stance, like that you want him to be charged, to be taken, to be sent to jail?
Everything.
If
They
he's
must
found
take
guilty.
him to jail. They must take him to sentence. But they must just open a Robben Island just for him specifically. They must just open a Robben Island for him. Take him to jail, strike the ANC off the ballot, and take them out. Because these guys have been taking this country for a ride. When I tell you that I'm not just concocting things. Watch after the 29. The load shedding is gonna come back. Everything that they've been doing, they're gonna put. These people have been taking South Africans for a ride for a long time because they've been comfortable with people not having an alternative choices of voting.
So are you? Is your view that the MK is ruffling the feathers?
Our arrival changed our whole political dynamics. When we were not there, they were comfortable. Have you seen how much ANC has spent? They've spent things that they've not spent in terms of budget for election. Our arrival has made them stand on their toes. They've got banners that you've never seen them before. They've poured a lot of money in KZN, left, right, and center. They've been investing. We've changed the dynamics of politics. Arrival of Zuma in politics have changed the dynamics of it. It has threatened the existence of ANC into power. Our arrival have shaken out the politics in South Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then maybe lastly, there was an issue of ballots that were allegedly transported in KZN, or like there was this allegation of vote rigging that happened in Hammersdale. I can't remember the other area. But was it Chesterville? Yes, in Chesterville. How far is that matter? Have you reported it to the police? Are they investigating? What's going on? The IC, is it investigating?
What we did, we reported the matter to the IEC, we reported the matter to the police, we did all the due diligence that we needed to do. What is happening? Like I said before, IEC is taking this election for granted. They didn't anticipate what's happening now. What happened there? They were supposed, IEC, the rules of the IEC, they're supposed to transport the ballot with the police people to their storage, and those police must guard those ballots. And when those ballots leave there, they must leave a police and an official of the IEC. They must leave there and go to where they're going to be open and all those stuff. What happened? The police just dumped the ballot to the place where it's a storage, and they left the ballot and all the IEC material with the private security company. And sometimes you find that the IEC material is being carried by DSW, Durban Solid Waste, a municipal entity there. What is that? So all these things are happening. And when we tell the IEC, municipal can't be your assistant in carrying your items. But they seems to be not getting it, that this is compromising the IEC's integrity. And then you will hear later on when you're going towards the end, they will start to ask MK to declare these elections free and fair. Whereas we've been raising these issues constantly, and they are not attending to them. They think they are cruising. They're forgetting this is the 1994, similar 1994 election.
Maybe closing, do you think that these elections will be free and fair, considering all these issues that we've just spoken about?
As MK, we wish that it would be free and fair. It's up to the IEC to make them free and fair by attending to all the issues and by making sure that their integrity is intact and everything is not compromised, and making sure that they follow their laws and the protection of these elections to the latter. It's only the IEC that can assist us to make this election free and fair. From our side as political party, we can do our best as well to tell our supporters, please don't get angry too much, because sometimes our voters, they get provoked. You get provoked by ballot papers being finished. You get provoked by standing on a queue for 4 hours. You get provoked by another political parties being allowed to campaign inside the voting premises, and you are not allowed. There are so many provocations, but we try by all means to speak to our voters. No, relax, just focus on the numbers and voting. So there's many of those provocations, but it's up to the IEC to make these things better.
Thank you very much, sir. That was MK Secretary General, Mr. Sihle Ngubane. Don't forget to follow us on SNL24 on all socials. Please follow us for hot news on elections.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.